Good morning, everyone. It is Nick. I hope you are doing well. Happy Saturday. It's a special edition of Libert's Learning Lab today. It is also always on the 10th of the month, a great day because you have your newsletters coming out. I'm going to share my screen because I see we already have Janelle joining us. Trinell did a wonderful job on her e-newsletter, so I want to celebrate Trinell real quick. I know she said to me privately that there's a couple things she still wanted to do to hers that she didn't do last night, but I just thought she did a great job. She's got some interesting stuff in here. I think it looks wonderful. And then she's got at the bottom to stay compliant, of course, she's got some happy birthdays. I love that. At the bottom, she's got the exit logo. At the top, she's got her personal logo. I wanted to show you, so she's getting an exit mask. She's actually getting two exit masks today because I owed her one from another great job she did. And I wanted to show you mine real quick as well. I actually did not send out a new video. I ended up just sending out the video I did last month, which I got tired last night after First Fridays. You guys wore me out, but we had so much fun together. I do want to go ahead and show you mine for this past month. It turned out pretty decent. I had our office event, which is one thing, if I could say for Trinell's, I would love to see her add the office event for the month. I've got the text message code. I've got the graphic. We give these to you every month because every month we do the leveraged event for you. So I've already seen some signups through that text message code from some of your promotions, from my own marketing. My newsletter, it's only been out, all of our newsletters, for about 3 hours now. I've already gotten a buyer, first-time buyer out of it, somebody that was in my database that apparently hadn't hit me up yet. So I'm excited about that. But that's the newsletter. That's not what we're here today, though, for. What we're here today is to show you about landing pages. So you may have seen me use before landing pages to promote several cool things that Market Leader does for you. Remember, Market Leader is two things. It's our back-end CRM, so it controls all of your database. It's a wonderful tool. It syncs right up to your phone. You've got a bunch of videos on teamlibert.com to show you how to do that. But I want to show you something different today that's going to do two things. It's going to show you how to promote these landing pages, which are lead capture landing pages. And then also I want to show you how you can share other people's listings. So if you are short on listings for yourself, you don't have any listings yet, you're new or you're between listings, don't worry about it, because I'm going to show you how you can share other people's listings and entire search criteria. So if you look and by the way, I do see some people messaging already. I'll look at the messages at the end. I did a blog called Investing, just about real estate investing. And it was resources for real estate investing with Libert. If you go to bit.ly or bit.ly/investing with Libert, so it's capital I, capital W, capital L. Bitly is case sensitive. You will go to my Market Leader blog that I've done, and I have an entire video series on how to do the blogs on real estate investing. So you can create blogs and then you can link them to your specific criteria. You can talk about them on your social media. So if you look on my social media, Instagram is a place that I do a lot of engagement, as well as LinkedIn and Facebook. Those are my big three. One of the posts that I did was my friends Jamie and Noah. They just did their first fix and flip property. So I talked about the blog in my congratulations post to them for the closing. So I kind of hit several, killed two birds with one stone, but we're not killing anybody today. I wanted to hit several points at once. So you can see at the bottom, it says, and look where I'm highlighting, please go to case sensitive bit.ly/invest with Libert and let's make some dreams come true together. And so that link then forwards them to this landing page, which is my blog about real estate that I wrote in Market Leader. And I got a lot of blogs up. I love content. You guys know that. You may not love writing content, and that's okay. So today I want to show you a much simpler thing to do if you're not ready for the blogging yet. And that is going to be how to create a landing page for something as easy as open houses in a specific neighborhood. So let's dive right in. Market Leader, that is your CRM. It's also your front end website. It's a VOW IDX website. So that's virtual office website. And IDX is the MLS feed that gives you the ability to showcase everybody's properties legally and ethically. So what does this do for you? I pay for it to make sure you've got the tool, but now I want you to start using it. So if you go to your long domain name, so I have a web domain I bought through GoDaddy called nicklibert.com. I've had it since 1998, since my first month in the business. I was one of the first people to have a website before a lot of other people jumped on that bandwagon. But I've had to learn over time to adapt to people that are newer than me and doing cooler stuff than me. And one of the things that I've seen is people have these landing pages. So Market Leader is on cutting edge of a lot of stuff. It's not a perfect system, nothing is, but if I'm going to pay for it for you and I can coach you on it, it's about as good as we're going to get. And so that long domain name that I forward my vanity domain name, nicklibert.com, to is nicklibert.exitsellschicago.com. You have one too. And maybe it's trinell.exitsellschicago.com or whatever that domain name is. If you can't remember it, Laura Medina from our office, our decade-long operations manager, she will be able to remind you what that long domain name is, as well as your username and password. So this is a system not provided by Exit Corporate. This is provided by Exit Strategy for all of you. And guys, I'm closing a lot of deals through this. It's all free. I don't pay for anything. I don't pay for boosts. I don't do any of that stuff. I boost my marketing for my listings. That's a separate category and conversation. This is today all about lead generation, lead conversion. So that long domain name has an even longer address. You see, I've got the whole thing highlighted at the top. Mine is nicklibert.exitsellschicago.com/advanced search/. What is that? That's where you can go in and create these landing pages. So you can search for any type of property out there. You can create it by price point. You can create it by whether it's a short sale or foreclosure. They even have those targeted. You can do it by features of the property. I don't do that in the city because not a lot of places have a swimming pool or things like that. But what I can do, which would be really cool, would be to say, okay, I want to do it by schools. I want to do it by price band. I want to do it by bedrooms, baths, and price. So if you look on my Bitly, one of the links that I have is Lakeview open houses under $500,000. And that's just a sample one I did. And you see that it's got a long name after that. That is what I'm about to show you, is how to create that landing page. And when you click on it, there is 42 properties today in Lakeview having an open house. Now, how did I get there? Watch this. So you go to that long domain name with the advanced search and the backslash at the end, and then you click on an area. So you can do it by city, but if we're talking open houses, there's probably a lot of open houses any given weekend. So I'm going to say Lakeview. So you could do it by Chicago or a suburb. So where are you targeting? I'm targeting Lakeview. It's where I live. It's where I walk every day. It's where I had a closing yesterday. So you're going to see a live version of this post with another client of mine where I say, hey guys, congratulations to my buyers on their new property yesterday. If you're looking in this great area, guess what? I have a list of all the open houses this weekend. Here's the beauty of that, by the way. All the open houses this weekend, this link works forever. So when I just showed you Lakeview homes under 500,000 with an open house today, I created that link weeks ago. That link just lives update with whatever is fed in the MLS. So this link can be used over and over again. So let's again go into find a home. So we're going to go into Lakeview. That's the example I'm going to use today. You can do it by all different kinds of ways. So let's say Lakeview and then Lakeview in Chicago. You could even do by some other names in there. So Lakeview, and then let's say only open houses. So see the checkbox that says only open houses, and let's see how many I get today. Now you could also say 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, you can get very specific, but how many things you're going to get. I always want to check off under property types, the specific property types I'm talking about. Now I'm going to talk about all of them today. And listing types, I'm talking about resale, new, foreclosure, short sale. I'm talking about any open house. But I've also done a cool link that you can look at specifically for foreclosures in Chicago. I talk about short sales in Chicago on another link, because you can make this do whatever you want. So within these criteria, of course. let me go ahead and show you in Lakeview how many open houses there are today.
So weird. It's not working at all.
Please mute yourselves. Thank
I've
you.
never had this
Hello,
happen.
who is talking? Please mute yourself.
Okay, so the one time.
Donna, you're muted. All right, you can unmute yourselves later. So there are 112 open houses in Lakeview. Look at all these. Now, by the way, it's saying these are the open houses, but you'll note if somebody's really aggressive and has an open house next week, they've already put in the MLS, it will show up there as well. So you could narrow this down, but I got to tell you, I'm going to do all of them because I don't even want to limit. I don't know where these people are looking. You could also sort it by price high to low or the newest on the market. I'm going to go high to low, but you could also do low to high. So let's see that way. Oh man, $132,000. And you could even say there are 112. Let's write down this stat. There are 112. Let me find a piece of paper. There are 112 open houses. Opens in Lakeview as low as 132,400. I know that unit. All the way up to 2.48 million. I don't know that property. Don't have a buyer for that today. So this is going to be really cool when I post this too, because it's like there's a lot going. You tell me there's no inventory in Lakeview. I found 112 properties this weekend with open houses right here in our neighborhood. Let's go look. See what I'm doing there? I'm giving people an incentive to click on this website. Now, what's going to happen when they click on this website? Within about 2 or 3 clicks, it's going to ask them to sign in. What does that do? The genius of this is because market leaders, both your front end website and your back end CRM, you will get a notification that you had a new sign in and you've grabbed all their contact information. Then it's on you to start your lead conversion. I got videos on how to do that. Add them on social media, start inviting them to the monthly leveraged events we do for you. See, it's a circle of life, but you got to get them there in the first place. So look at this long, ugly address that I have here. This long, ugly address. So I'm going to go ahead and make this long, ugly address much prettier. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to use bit.ly, bit.ly, and the free account, you know I love the word free, to create this long domain name. I've pretty up this long domain name and make it shorter. So let's paste the long URL here. By the way, shout out to Marky Lemons, who of course is the person that taught me how to do all this. I would have never known how to do this without her. So now I've got that. Excuse me. Now I've had my COVID shot, I swear. Now I'm going to customize this back half. Now, you know, I like the alliterations that I do, like lunch with Libert, open house, condos with Libert, blog with Libert, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep running with that. Okay. It works for me. So this is open houses with Libert, or maybe Lakeview open house. I'm going to keep it simple. So open houses with Libert. The beauty of this is also, by the way, if they want to narrow this search or they don't want to be in Lakeview, they want to be in Evanston, Skokie, I don't care where they want to be. The beauty of that is that this is when they're able to then narrow that search for themselves. So they can search to their heart's content, but I'm giving them the ideas. So Lakeview open houses this weekend. Okay. So I've created a title. I've created a customized back half, and now I'm going to save it. So let's make sure this works. bit.ly Lakeview. Oh, wait, it says open houses with Libert. And there they are. It worked. Hallelujah. Now you're going to see in a couple minutes me post the same way I had this happy little picture with these guys. You're going to see another happy little picture from a closing. You don't have to do it from a closing. You can do it from street corner. Hey, here I am. I'm out and about. And this is the list of the open houses that I've got going or that are going this weekend in this particular neighborhood. You say there's no inventory. There's 112 to choose from. And then next weekend, it'll be a different number. And you can just look at your website and then you can promote it again. So you've got content you can reuse over and over. I'm going to stop there for a second because I've done what I wanted to with that and see what questions you have. You can unmute yourself, and I'm also going to answer what's in the text. So Trinell, can you unmute yourself? Because I don't know what you're asking.
So when you were going through that, I was trying to follow you while I was on my computer screen, but you was going too fast.
I went too fast, sorry.
I didn't know how you got to where you got. I'm in market leader, so I was trying to go as you was going.
So you actually don't want to log into your market leader. You want to pretend you're a consumer.
Okay.
So as a consumer, I mean, you can say, so I'm logged into mine, but in a separate window, you're just going to go trinell.exitsellschicago.com /advanced search /. And by the way, why I record these is because I do talk too darn fast because I get excited. And so then that way you can pause and you can blow things up and see what you're doing. And I'll have this on the coaching blog within an hour.
Okay.
You see where I'm at?
Well, when I do /advanced search, it just says, oops, page cannot be found.
Okay, let me show you exactly where I was. So I'm going to do this again here. Hold on one second. So Nick Libert.exitsellschicago.com /advanced search /.
Nope, it's saying the same thing.
Okay. I don't know what you're doing, but we'll figure it out offline. So you and I can do a separate call after this. I'm going to make you share your screen with me because I figured out how to do that. Anybody else have a question on this? Okay. So you've got your capability now to do that. Let's go a little different. Let's talk about sharing listings. So does anyone have a listing right now they'd like me to use as an example? Hello, anyone? So no one has a listing right now they want me to use as an example because I'm going to show you how to share a listing. Okay, well, I'm just going to make one up. So this is the beauty for you guys that don't yet have a listing or between listings. Watch this. So I'm going to once again go to nicklibert.exitsellschicago.com /advanced search / again. And then it's asking you for an address or location. So I'm going to uncheck open houses. And now I'm going to say, let's do a building that I know I don't have any listings in, but I wish I did. 3900 North Pine Grove. So look at all these different listings. So you can go in here and see, this is a rental. That's a bad example. Nothing wrong with rentals, guys, but let's get out of this criteria. And by the way, this brings up something else. Sometimes you need, if you're having issues with this, sometimes you need to just clean out your browser, clear your cookies, get rid of all that junk in there. And that may be sometimes if you're all of a sudden seeing you were on my website, now you're on your market leader and you see my picture, you're like, what the heck's going on with market leader? It's not market leader. You got too many cookies. Because remember, that's how market leader knows when people come back to your website. They got cookies everywhere. Okay, so let's go in here and let's do this. Let's say 655 Irving, because I know there's some stuff in here that's not rentals. So there's 3110. That's not my listing. Now, unfortunately there, look what it did. It just got me, it's trying to get me to log in there. But the cool thing is that's exactly what you can do. And also they're going to let you register with Facebook. They're going to let you continue to see the listings. But here's what Market Leader knows. You don't always have listings, and you may not have listings in the area you're trying to target. You could set up a search just like I did for this specific address. You could set up a search for that address, and look what it's doing on the right-hand side, guys. It's got all the other similar listings in the area. So you could say, search with me for 2-bedroom, 2 baths. So if you're trying to promote someone else's listing in the office, just get their permission. And then you could use that address tool to get in there And then you're not just promoting their listing, guys, you're promoting the search for all the other stuff in the area that's similar. Market Leader pulls it for them. And then if they want to go and play and make their own searches up, guess what? They're on your website. They're stuck with you. You got them in your web. So if you want to go just for that particular property, there's that big long address at the top. You can do a bit.ly link. You can even just set this up like this from here. So let me give you another example. And actually, let's go ahead and just cut and paste that one. I liked that search. So this is, actually, I want to go in and do it that. So that was 55 homes that way. So see this long address? You could just cut and paste that address into, say, Facebook and say, here's all the 2 beds in this price range. You can play with this search, but you can also promote a single listing. So if nobody's going to fire out a listing to me, I'm just going to make another address up. So there is a fancy building, 185 East Delaware. I think that's the Hancock. Or how about we do the Trump? What's the address of Trump Tower? Now that man isn't in office. Let's see, Trump Tower, Chicago. Because look at the prices in there. It's crazy. It is 401 North Wabash. Watch this. 401 Wabash. Now, so there's all the listings in the building. You got a lot of them to choose from. So let's see here. There's a bunch of them. My gosh, I got a lot in there. Let's go up to 64. Let's do 79E. I bet you that's incredible. So there's an $850,000 one bedroom. So you could, so suppose that's not my listing, but I want to share that listing, just get the permission of the agent. And if you don't have that agent's permission, you don't have to advertise that listing, advertise everything in that area. So say, here's everything in 60611. See what I'm doing there? Over $1 million or under $1 million. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, whatever you want to do. This advanced search feature allows you to promote specific listings or promote an entire area matching whatever criteria you want to do. Okay, who has questions? Unmute yourself if so. You should be using this kind of stuff in your stories. You should be using it in your actual regular posts. You can be using it in your blogs. So look at what I did with this investing. I got a bunch of my podcasts, that radio show I do. And here at the bottom, if you'd like to browse all available foreclosure properties currently available in Chicago, you can search here. They click on that. And look, there's a long, ugly address, but that is all the current foreclosures. Look at that with the moratorium. There's only 17 places right now. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. And look, they want to go play somewhere else. They want to do something else. There's the web right over here on the right-hand side. Search homes, begging him to go do something else. Begging him to go do something else. All right. So use my examples. Watch my Instagram and my other posts here in a little bit, because I'm going to do this open house in Lakeview trick, and start thinking landing pages and lead capture. The technology is there. It's free. Just take some time. This is a Marky Lemons Royale special. She's been talking about this for years. I have played with it on and off, and every time I do it, somebody logs in. Somebody starts talking to me. And from there, guys, it's all you. Any other questions? So I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm going to put this recording up. Trinell, why don't you and I reconvene in 5 minutes? So I'm going to text you. We'll get you a separate Zoom link so Trinell and I can figure out and watch Trinell's page, because I'm going to make this work so that Trinell can have one of these up today too. I love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.